Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Kin-Tae with It's Necessary. I pray that everyone has had an awesome day. And so the other day I made a video stating that I was going to start talking to you guys about my book. Now I'm able to talk to you guys about my book. I'm going to not go too heavy tonight, but I guess it is heavy. It's heavy for me. So I'm a little nervous, and I want to tell you guys, the reason I wrote the book, I started journaling for therapy a few years ago. And then when I was out exercising, the Lord just He had put it on my heart that it's bigger than you, And because I was always asking, why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to go through that? Why did this, all that, why? Just crying like a little baby. And the Lord just was letting me know that it was bigger than me. So He placed it in my heart to write a book. It took me, I was apprehensive about writing it because I didn't want people to look at me any different. Because, I'm a licensed evangelist, I'm a preacher, I'm a mother, and so I just wanted, I guess I was trying to protect myself because I already felt like a prisoner to my past. So anyway, so let me just go ahead and get into what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So the book, you guys remember, is entitled It's Necessary, 32 Addresses, but the It's Necessary part is just talking about like two of the houses that I lived at and some of the things that went on in those two houses with my parents. But and then the 32 addresses is going to talk about all the different places that I lived and the experiences that I had went through. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to talk to you guys about Ontario, California. I think I shared this before, I'm not sure, but I was born in Ontario, California. My parents, they had an apartment there, and they were married and everything. And my mother, she worked at the Herald Examiner newspaper. My father, he was a musician. And I can't disclose the group that he was in, but he was a musician. And I guess one day my mother had left me at home with my father. I don't know how, I believe I was probably like 6-7 months, I'm not sure. But this story was told to me by my mother, and let me just tell it. So she went to work, and when I was an infant, and she ended up coming home early. And when she came home, she walked into the room or whatever, and she caught my father, fondling me, and some other things. So they had gotten to, I guess, a huge argument. He was denying what he had did. And, from what she was telling me, she said that, I guess they separated for a time, for a short period of time. She went, I guess, back to Monrovia, and he stayed in the apartment. And then they ended up coming back together and trying to work things out. So that is, I guess, the start of my life, being a few months old and being molested by my father. When my mom told me this story, it kind of brought things together in my mind, and I see how, or I see why, when I lived at different, addresses, with different people, I see why I ended up falling into the same scenario of being either fondled or molested, and at different places. But I just want to thank God because it was necessary. When I hear the other kids' stories that I talk to, and a lot of them have been through a lot of traumatic situations, but I let them know that, through God, with God, there is healing, there is deliverance, and you don't have to be a victim to your past. And me telling my story is helping me to not be a victim or be ashamed or afraid of what people may think or what people might say about my story. But God allowed me to go through it for a purpose, and the purpose is to help others and know that you can rise to the top regardless of however broken you were or however broken you are. You know, it's never too late. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as you have a mind that wants to change, and a desire to serve God and please God, He can heal all those wounds. Now, mind you, I said I was more than likely like 6 or 7 months, 5, 6 months out up in, you know, that area when my father did this to me. But it opened up a floodgate to molestation. It opened up a floodgate to all types of spirits. But even though my father opened up that gate, God was still able to shut it. And with time, with counseling, with journaling, lots of prayer and fasting, you know, the Lord He's changed some things and has allowed me to see other things, and knowing that everything that I went through in my life was necessary. It's necessary for me to share it. And I thank you guys again for watching my channel and going with me through my journey as I expose, you know, my life and my story, my truth. And I'm only giving bits and pieces because it is in the book. So you guys, please, thank you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And you guys have an amazing day on purpose, and know that everything that you've done, everything that has been done to you, and God allowed to see you through it, you're still here for a greater purpose. So God bless you, God keep you,